Okay. Thank you, Will. He says, the rest of the Yamahas aren't going to transition to plastic, are they? Like the Blaster. Seems like they are going to keep copying Sea-Doo. Will, that is a very good question, and that brings up something that Greg Gaddis, Billy, and I actually discussed. And because there was no update on paint treatment, choices of paint, hulls, we're talking hulls, how they were applying the paint, adhesion properties, anything like that. Yamaha has a terrible habit of corporate habit of, if you just don't talk about it, it'll go away, and we'll quietly fix it on our own. And a lot of you guys who are Yamaha owners who had problems and were vocal about these problems, suddenly a fix would come in and you're like, wait a minute, when did this happen? When did they fix it? They didn't let us know. And that's Yamaha's MO. Yamaha's MO is ignore it, hide it, don't talk about it. We don't talk about Bruno. And then they take care of it quietly behind closed doors. And that's kind of BS. I also think it's chicken shit, because Sea-Doo, for all of its warts, will stand up and say, hey, listen, we had a problem with IDF. This is what the problem was with IDF. We've made changes. Here are the changes. Go talk to your dealer and see if you need to do it. Besides, don't get me wrong, stuff goes wrong with everybody. Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Cowie, everyone has something that goes wrong. But they just ignore it and pretend it and hope, just let it fritter away into the ether. Sea-Doo kind of goes, hey, listen, we had a problem, we fixed it. Hopefully you guys, will trust us to make good on our product, and let's carry on. And they're good about that. And so I got to give credit where credit's due. I really do. Hell, they put James Hines on this podcast. They put James Hines on this podcast with this guy, and he literally sat there and he goes, yeah, we had some teething issues. Yeah, we had some problems. We fixed them. We're working on them. We're trying to make them better. Dude, credit where credit's due. Not a lot of companies have the stones to do that. So you got to give credit. Thankfully, most companies, Yamaha has kind of dragged their feet on some things, but they've also been good about fixing other stuff. So why am I talking in circles? What's happened, and what Billy, Greg, and I discussed was, we don't see a change in the future that Yamaha is going to talk about when it comes to the hull situation, with them cracking paint and the paint peeling off. What Greg suggested, which I thought was fantastic, was, what if the GPs get a polypropylene deck with a Nano 1, not Nano 2 hull? They're still chopping weight. They're still cutting weight. What do you think about that? And I was like, ooh, that's a good question. I said, that's a whole new mold. That's a whole new design. It allows them to keep the hull even longer. They're not going to change the hull because they really, really like it. But it allows them to have a totally unique deck design, aesthetic design of the GP. Kind of pump some new life into it, because the redesign was in 21 for the deck. We go another 2 years, and people are going to go, okay, what's next for the GP? They go polypropylene, let's pretend. And does that allow them to keep the hull which is $1 million mold. Let's be honest, that's a lot of money. And cut some weight and preserve the integrity of their hulls, because Nano 1 is not cracking like Nano 2. Nano 2 cracks. The paint's still soft. I don't care. SMC fiberglass is thicker than all of it. Still cracks. But it's not nearly as bad. I was like, Greg, I don't have an answer for that one, but I think it's a potential. But I just don't. I don't know. I do not have an answer for that. I have to weigh the math, because ultimately it comes down to dollars and cents. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.